Good evening. Everybody's very good health. We'd like to welcome people here from YouTube, Facebook, coming to see us from all corners of the globe. The red wine tonight, Declan's on the beer. Special night tonight. Songs for the Tempted is getting a bit of a run around the block. But we thought we asked people to pick some songs, and a couple of people picked B-sides, the singles. One of whom was David Bowers. He says, there's a B-side I'm thinking of. I know the B-side you're thinking of, David. I think it's this B-side. And Declan had to go up to the attic because we haven't played this song in 30 years. I kid you not. It's called Get a Job. B-side of what song was it?
B-side the first single was also a B-side of a Mary re-release.
Was it a Dave Fanning session or like that? No, was it? It sounded live, but it's not.
It was done up at Enda.
Oh yeah, because there's a harmonic, isn't it? Pete Hanlon's on the harmonic.
There is.
Got a job. I got a job. It's alright. Keeps me out of town at night. I get so tired, boy, before I go. Well, there must be something more to this, I know. He said, son, won't you listen to me? Fun is fine, but money is the key. I got a job. It's alright. Keeps me out of town at night. I got a job, maybe I need to. Something to break this monotony for good. I got a job, it's alright. Keeps me out of town at night. Oh yeah, I've been searching for a way out, a way to redirect my aim. Desperation clearly starts to show, and it's gonna come down to this, I know. And the most fun that I've had so far is what goes on in the back of my car. I got a job, it's alright. Keeps me out of town at night. Oh yeah. You know I'm back here again, drawing pictures on the window frame. You know I was thinking, what if I explain? I need something to resurrect my game. He said, son, won't you listen to me? Why not take time off permanently? I got a job, it's alright. Keeps me out of town at night. I got a job, it's alright. Keeps me out of town at night. I got a job, it's alright. Keeps me out of town at night. I got a job. Declan, where did you find it in the attic? Was it hard to find or?
No, I've got everything organised up there.
Wow, even down the B-sides.
Oh, the B-sides of our station.
I'm sure they have. Wow. How big, Joe wants to know how big is the attic?
That's a good question.
Well, it must be pretty big. I mean, you couldn't swing a cat in my attic, which is why I don't have any four of us memorabilia of any description. I kid you not, actually. My four of us memorabilia is in somebody else's house. A good friend of mine who will remain nameless. I put a couple of file cabinets. I said, when I was moving house, I put them into his. Oh, he had a big room. And you know what? That was 20 years ago. It's still there. I think I've lost the key to it. will you please play it live at the Marquee? Live at the Marquee in Cork. We would love to. As Thomas from Germany, I would consider One Strong Hammer a B-side that needs to be played. But One Strong Hammer is the B-side. That was the only B-side we're going to be playing. Mickey Murphy, yo lads, have to watch the guitar playing. Mickey's in the house. But you just watch the fingers, Mickey. Watch the fingers, you know. It's all on eBay now, apparently, according to Morris. Are you on the noggin tonight, Morris? He's quick in with the comments there. He might really. We're joined by Colette. Yeah, we don't know where she is, as usual. International woman of mystery. But yeah, tonight it's Songs for the Tempted. An album that we made before we really knew how to play properly. You know, well, you know, that's probably a bit unfair. I should say it's an album that we made before we knew how to play it properly. We knew how to play guitars, but we just didn't really.
We never played standing up before.
No, because we've done all the stuff in the recordings. Well, we played. We busked a lot.
That's true.
You know, but it was very different. It was your own stuff, and then you played an acoustic guitar. Your whole really in it, and then suddenly you were on electrics, which so was like you had to be a lot. I was given an electric, and the thing with playing an electric is you have to be pretty precise. Your playing has to be pretty precise. So I was given one, and then it was taken off me again.
The same day.
The same day, because they thought that the learning curve was just going to be too great for me, and no one has ever put an electric guitar in my hands again since that day when we were. But we had no drummer, so so when we made the record. Do you remember we made the record and then we went into a barn in a hall, which is where we were. Yeah, why were we put in there? Like it was like sort of like
a friend of Andy's had it.
Was it? So it was free.
There was no rehearsal rooms in the north.
No. Where did you get where the electric? Was it a generator or was it?
No idea.
I know it was cold anyway.
Probably, there was fairy lights up all over the place.
Okay.
Probably did have electric in the barn. I don't know.
Right.
Light bulbs and stuff too.
And how long were we in there for? It felt like a month, but I'm sure it wasn't.
Well, I know that we were in there from the start. We'd been in there in December, and then the very start of January we were in again. And the first gig was
February, wasn't it?
Was it the very start of February?
Yeah, I think it was.
Our first ever gig
in Horns of Tralee.
So the record company had come over to check out our progress in the barn. Yeah, and we'd been telling them that we'd been rehearsing for years. Yeah, for months.
Well, they
because we were in Northern Ireland, they were in England. They're never just popping in like they were for other unfortunate bands.
And also they'd never seen us play live, so they were very curious. So Muff Winwood, who Steve Winwood's brother actually, and bass player with the Spencer Davis group, and also producer of
This Time Big Enough for the Both of Us.
Tiny and Big Enough for the Both of Us, and
Sultan the Swing. Yeah,
Sultan the Swing. He came over to he was brought over to see us play, but we hadn't got our act together, and I think our tour manager at the time was sent to waylay him, wasn't he?
Yeah, sent to pick him up
at the airport.
The airport was only 20 minutes away.
That's right.
Always said, can you delay him? Do whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
So Mark took him on a wild goose chase all around the country roads, going around in circles for about an hour.
Yeah. It wasn't going to make much of an effort. I don't know what we were thinking. We weren't going to sort out the problems we had. We weren't going to sort them out in an hour, you know. Yeah, that was. So now, of course, wildly experienced that we are. Hello from the dock. Hello, Serena. We're playing the Spirit Store, just to let you know. I don't know if you know, in We play the Spirit Store in April,
Yes.
along with some other shows.
Second week or third week.
Yeah.
April.
And actually, our first show is the first show coming up is in Waterford.
Yeah. That's.
Is it next Friday? It is. It's in 8 days.
Wow.
In the Theatre Royal in Waterford. If anybody here in that sort of Waterford direction, we hope to see you there. It's a beautiful place. Last time we played it was with there's a Spirit Store. There's Colette's on it. The Spirit Store we play in April, and we play Waterford, I say, in a week from now. And it's the Theatre Royal, beautiful spot. So come along. There it is. Colette's on it tonight. We're going to go through Songs Attempted in the order of the album. Now, it's going to take us, because we talk quite a bit, it's going to take us more than one show, take 2 shows to get through it. We're going to see how many we get through between now and 9 o'clock. This song, can I dedicate this one to Connor Carroll, who's aged 5. Orla Conroy sent that in. Anything that gets me a bit wild. he says, brilliant, hasn't aged a bit. Are you talking about us or the song? Seamus Fee there from County Louth. Thanks a million, Mike. We'd like to thank everybody who's joining us, not only on Facebook but on YouTube. And we want to show our YouTube channel a lot more love because we're trying to really grow that. But we need to get 1,000 subscribers before we can use the word official with the 4 of us. So if there's anybody, I don't even mind if you don't go on YouTube. At some point, go on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. The sooner we get to 1,000, the sooner we can change the name to the 4 of us official, which means all the other sites that are showing 4 of us videos and stuff like that, people will know that the place to go is our channel. Jola's saying that's easy. I'm away to YouTube. That'll be easy. I'm away to YouTube. Right. Okay. Anybody drinking anything interesting tonight? Dry January is officially over. Not that we paid too much heed to it anyway. But here's what I'm having. It's a cheeky little number. And it's very nice actually. It's a Chianti. Very, very nice. I'd say collecting the sherry. Is there alcohol in that beer or is that non-alcohol?
Yeah, that's an alcoholic one. It's leftover 10.
Leftover 10. Oh, is that the name of it?
One of my Suarez. Yeah, leftover 10.
That's peppermint tea.
Not very nice.
It's not very nice, no?
No.
Oh, he's giving up on this.
Give up on.
Wow. Tana Vullen single malt. Our German friend is...
There's enough whiskey for one if you want it.
There's enough whiskey for one. Let's come on. Good man, Declan, good man.
But I don't really have a glass for it. What did you drink out of the last time?
I drank out of anything that I'll get. I'll drink out of it. Anything you give me, I will drink out of it. You're having the wine then?
No, it's just like this. I've got some Guinness. I think might be the one.
But check this out. This is Declan's. This is really good stuff. This thing.
I might actually get a bottle of that. It's lovely.
It is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Teeling or something.
It's Teeling's, yeah. I'll have to squeeze this bottle.
Not up to your normal measure.
No. Is this a? This wouldn't qualify as a. This wouldn't qualify as an Irish. Is this a? This is definitely. This would be an Irish single, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Not an Irish double. Not doing the double. Morris is on the New Zealand Pinot Noir tonight. He's not saying whether it's nugging or not. I'll be having a Connemara single malt. Cheers, Dab. Dug out the Songs Attempted vinyl tonight. $4.99. Our price sticker still on it. That was the price. That was the going rate for vinyl, isn't it? No, who could have thought that vinyl would have gone? First of all, completely worthless, and now it's gone up. And it's getting dearer all the time, you know now, because they're finding it harder to get all the materials for it. Brexit and all the word.
Right.
You know, the cost of actually manufacturing it is getting dearer. And of course, luckily enough, we have got our stockpiles in of our 3 vinyl albums so far. Another one on the way, hopefully. So, number 1, Drag My Bad Name Down, first song on that record. This next song was the last song recorded for Songs Attempted. This was all recorded in.
We had started playing live, and the record hadn't come out.
Okay. Yeah. So it wasn't on it. So we 10 songs on it. Then there's 11 songs on it.
I think we must have dropped a song.
Yeah. Might have got a job. Could it have been that?
Could have been that.
Right. Well, I don't know what other songs it would have been. It's not like we had that many extra ones lying around.
That's right.
Could have been that. Could have. I mean, yeah.
But Don't Dance?
It might have been one of those. Did we record Don't Dance? I don't think we did. Sorry, we'll be back with you a minute. But
Maybe it was only 10 on. I don't know, but I remember we had done.
we didn't. This was we had Peter. We had a proper drummer at this stage.
First time I heard Pete playing in the studio, playing the full fermentation.
Yeah.
I was gobsmacked. I was like, God, can we do the record all over again?
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Was that
brilliant.
Was that in London?
No, that was in Homestead. And
so it was recorded in Homestead, but mixed in London with Michael Brower. That was mixed.
But we did a bit of recording in we basically recorded thinking it was finished.
Okay.
And then the record company said, it sounds a wee bit scaldy.
Okay.
You need to go in and do overdubs.
That's right. And Michael Brower got a really great percussion guy. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He was brilliant playing the wood page.
Yeah. And actually, that's the first time we played slide. The intro was slide on.
Oh yeah.
And Michael Brower, it was all a wee bit drinky dink.
Okay.
And we wanted to make it a bit
ballsy.
And Michael Brower got a great guitar sound.
Okay.
Spent most of the time doing electric guitars.
Right.
Brilliant.
No, Barry Hughes asked wasn't him for her. Recorded John Songs Attempted and ended up in Man Alive. No, it wasn't. I think.
In the back one.
No, yeah, him for her.
It must have been one of the B-sides.
What? Hitting the backbone? Oh, it definitely. I think it was maybe hitting. It was on, but it would never made the record.
No.
Though some people still require it. Don't Dance here in cassette with Man Alive. So we
thought we were going to put it on the second record then. Didn't make that either.
No, and with good reason.
Good bass line.
Good bass line. Unfortunately, lack of a decent melody, but Number 2. I'm just a fool for temptation, 'cause that's Do you like that? That's to go along with the chord that you played at the end of Drag Me Back the other
Yeah, put those
night.
together.
Still have the original tape, Songs for the Tempted. What was that on? Got it on a school tour, Virgin Megastore. Wow. Virgin Megastore.
That is the question. Now the record shop's going to open up.
No, it's not going to get that big, I don't think.
But
Do you think they will? I mean, you mean like I don't think so, do you? I know.
well, they are selling them in supermarkets, but you can only get the top 20.
Yeah, well, I was looking something in Music Week, and there was some band that's got into like in the top 10, you know, in the UK.
Right.
And then I saw the amount of sales, and it was like 6,007. It was just crazy low. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't have got you a sale, wouldn't have got you a chart position in Dublin. Never mind Ireland, you know, never mind the UK. So I think that everything's just sort of, you know. Dermot saying great guitar. Dermot won the competition last week.
Well done, Dermot.
Did you see that he sent a lovely photograph of his I made some crack about these are thanks to the glamorous Susan for coming up with this marketing genius idea of somewhere to put your bag of 4 of us goodies. But I said something like that. I made some crack because I gave it to you and you put it down there, and then Dermot or somebody said, "Is it fireproof?"
Yeah.
You know, it's going to melt. And then you said or something, "No, it's the material is fireproof," right? So Dermot sent a photograph on Facebook.
In the fire.
Yeah, of it on top of no, I mean, but it happened. So I think it's an electric fire. Dermot, was it an electric fire? Tell us that you put the thing on it and it hadn't melted. So I think he must have, one of the electric bars that he says actually is fireproof. What is the background to the title Songs for Tempted? Well, that actually is a good question, Maureen, and unfortunately I have to thank a very, very good friend of mine who goes by the name of James Napier, and James really is great with language, and he and I studied law together at Queen's University, and he loves music.
It's hard to please.
And he's hard to please. Yeah, he's hard to please, and but if he's any weaknesses that he's not too concerned about what melody a song has. He's all about the words. So as a result, he loves Leonard Cohen. People that don't sing, he loves them. They're just like sort of as long as the words are good. So, but he's a good guy to go to for titles. So I thought I'm gonna go to him with some options for what we're going to call this album. So do you know what my I think I only went with one option. I said, what do you think of this? Had I got it past you at this stage?
I thought it was good.
Declan thought it was good. Right, so that's how bad it was. I think we must have, so we were going to go with this, maybe. Songs for the Tempted could have been called, wait for it, Zinger. Yeah, that's right. Zinger. It could have been called Zinger. That's absolutely.
It was like sort of, we were talking about, when we were recording it, about things being, make
zingy,
it zingy.
Yeah.
And, but then somebody pointed out that it looked like ginger.
No, and then, because we're ginger, and it could have been ginger, and, people would have, could you only imagine when you got the stock up when we were doing the European tour? So, we love your album, Zinger. No, it's actually Zinger. It wouldn't have been good, would not have been good. So, James.
Burger King came up with a burger called the Zinger Burger.
There you go. I haven't heard of it. Mustn't have done that well. But I said it to James, and James looked at me with an expression that I can still recall to this day of disdain, disgust, horror, shock, every emotion, every negative emotion all rolled into one. And he said, that is a disastrous idea. And I said, okay. I said, well, what do you think then? Have you any ideas? And he said, give me the record. Give me let me have a listen to it. And so he listened to it, and then I rang him a day or two later. I said, any ideas? And he went, well, there's a lot of, you're singing about being tempted by this and being tempted by that. And basically, you know, why don't you call it Songs for the Tempted? And as soon as he said it, it was like, of course. And then did I go back to you and say Songs for the Tempted? Everybody went, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's great that had an album out back.
Yeah, Songs to Remember. Yes, which I loved.
So classy.
Yeah. And I love the fact that it said, because at that stage, I think, you know, in the Irish rock thing,
it was more about the sound than the songs.
Yeah, it was more about the songs. That's it. It was more about the sound than the song. So I think by putting songs in the title, it instantly sort of, you know, implied that is what you were trying to do, to write songs, as opposed to like sonic architecture or whatever. So, so fair play to James Napier.
Yeah.
God, I get cold chills even thinking about that bloody singer. And we had a terrible album cover as well.
Yeah.
You remember that? We had a terrible album cover. What happened with it was mocked up and everything, and then I think that what happened was that when we did our first video for Just Can't Get Enough, there was a photographer assigned by the label to shoot behind the scenes stuff, and he was shooting in black and white, and he took a shot of me, you know, with a camera in front of me, the film camera in front of me, and that ended up being the rest of the album behind, and that ended up being the back of the album and the front cover of Mary, and then I think the shot of the cover of Songs for Tempted was actually a still when we were between shoots, and we were between, you know, like just setting up for different shots. And the thing was that that video for Just Can't Get Enough was all done against like blank screens. There was nothing behind it, so it was actually perfect for photographs. Yeah. Pretty good. Ingrid says Singer is also a bit too close to Minger.
Jeez, no,
but I don't think Minger did. Minger exist back in 1989? I don't think it did. Did Minger not? That's a bit. Did Minger not come in like the 90s? But you're
right. In a classic one-word review.
Exactly, classic review. Oh dear.
That fire's looking away with Baldy.
Fire's going out. Gotta keep the coals. Yeah, Ian asked a very good question. If you could, would you buy the rights to the first two albums?
Yes,
we would.
But we have the rights to the songs.
Yeah, we own the songs. We just don't own the recordings. So we could do a Taylor Swift and re-record, which we certainly did with Off the Record, but we could do a Taylor Swift and re-record but I think if you're going to do that, you certainly need to do it around the time you've made the first one. And it's never the same anyway, let's be honest. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear it's the exact way that the song goes it's the recording, the magic's in the recording. So but yeah, but I fear that it Brendan, did you find your law studies helpful in dealing with the business side of things? You know what, I did. The fact of the matter was that we signed that record deal with CBS with no manager. It was just us. Which is pretty unusual. We just hired a good lawyer, and he did the deal for us. And then, believe it or not, we signed a management deal after that, because the label said, okay, well, now we've signed you, we need somebody else to talk to, because we can't be giving off, we don't want to be giving off to you when you're not doing the stuff right. You know, there should be somebody else we give off to, and then he can couch it in better terms. And they were right, really. You need somebody who was, but the fact is that because we negotiated the deal ourselves, everybody knew we were on the show, really. That it was
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse, and in some cases we ran that show right into the hedge. I mean, it was like yeah, but I had good fun doing it. Acoustic version release, yeah. And Morris, we are gonna do an acoustic album, definitely, but maybe after this next record. So this, of course, was the third single, released back in July 1989. Mary's got a new job, she's working in the bank, making lots of money, giving it to Frank. Frank's a married boyfriend, been that way for years. Slapped her in the face once and says he loves her. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something to restore my confidence. He's met another woman traveling on his own. He wrote a loving message and left it by the phone. Mary still knows nothing, is innocent as snow. Everyone has heard the truth, but no one lets it show. Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something to restore my confidence. Let it go, no. She would will. There's times I lie to think and I miss the warm days. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something to restore my confidence. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something to restore my confidence. Let it go, no. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something to restore my confidence. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something to restore my confidence. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something to restore my confidence. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something to restore my confidence. Let it go. Third single.
Jesus Christ, that's high even at Capo 3. That was originally.
Yeah, how high was it? Okay. I need another drop of this whiskey. Okay.
Couldn't have been that high.
Okay, let's try it. Could have been, yeah. Mary's got Mary's got a new job working in the bank, making lots of money and giving it to friends. Frank's a married one, till I get the chorus. Lived for a year, slapped her in the face once and said he loves her. Oh, Mary, why don't you have some sense? Please do something Well, you're just trying to embarrass me here now in front of everybody.
That one.
No, what, do we know what it was? Have you,
Yeah, I was 7.
are you sure? No, it wasn't high, was it?
Not 100% sure. Okay, no.
Yeah, I think it was high anyway. It was higher than we did it there. Did the success of Mary surprise you? Or how did you?
Tiger. Big Tiger.
Did it surprise you?
Yeah. I didn't think, well, I knew it was,
I thought Drag was going to be the big single.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I thought Drag and Bad Name Down was going to be this big single off it.
In the back of my mind, I knew Mary was infectious. I just didn't think it would get played in the radio because there was no drums or anything on it. You know,
it was actually the song though that some people really liked it and some people didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I think as well there was some elements of people that were working around us that thought it's not a rock band. It's not a bandy show. It's like a singer-songwriter song. It's not a big enough. It's not a big enough sound.
It didn't really fit with the others.
Yeah. No.
Right, but at the same time, it was like, well, who's, you know. So,
yeah, I mean, we didn't know. I mean, we just put together the songs. If anything,
but it was the radio people that came back. There were a few people at radio.
Yeah, who were probably looking to try and figure out what the third single was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the record company. Yeah. But it was elements in the record company. I think it was a marketing floor.
It was, yeah. They came back and said, listen, radio said we could play that song. Yeah. Because we played it to a few trusted people. And that has come back as the choice. Yeah. And at that stage, I think everybody just went, well. And we had made the pact between ourselves that we wouldn't put anything on a record. Yeah, that we weren't happy to have as a single. Yeah. We weren't going to have a fight over what song. Yeah, I think we were a wee bit concerned that we wanted to make sure that the video wasn't too... That song you could have easily done... We wanted the video to be... because there's sort of lyrics, it's a sort of catchy, lightweight melody and all that, but the lyrics are actually quite dark in bits, and we wanted the video to sort of reflect that. And Peter Scammell, who ended up shooting the video, shot a video which was perfect. And what was great about it was that it sort of helped position the band in a sort of indie way, I think. You know what I mean? It looked like an American college video. It reminded me of like something like when it was finished and I was looking at it, it reminded me of something like an R.E.M. video or something like that. Do you not remember when Peter Scammell first came over? He loved the song. But I don't remember that. No, he loved it. Yeah, he that was his favourite song because he said that the idea for the video was he would like to do something along the lines of Orange Crush by R.E.M. Maybe that's where I got that. Yeah, he had said that. And Orange Crush by R.E.M. there is a guy burying something in the ground or doing something in the ground. Yeah, like a soldier. Yeah. And I was sort of not Shiny Happy People. Well, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, exactly. If you had done a video that was Shiny Happy People for that video, it would have it just would have been it would have been. We got lucky, I think, that we had that director with that sensibility, because you realise after years and years of doing it that we sort of did realise at the time that basically the stakes are quite high when you do something and it's the push the go button. You're sort of going to be tarred with that brush, so you better make sure that it's something that you're going to feel relatively comfortable with, no, I think we did a great job in the video. Just look, Mickey Murphy's guitar wizard. Just check Mary on Songs of the Tempted. It's capo 7th. That's what I said. Off the record is 4th fret. So do a 7 again. Wow. The thing about it is, I think we were trying to get as much energy out of it. Yeah, I think we were too. So I was just, I was pretty breathy on it. Oh, did I get it again?
like, it was pretty hit and miss from what I remember.
I think that's like there's something.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be step down.
Yeah.
I think that naturally happened because it was so high and the voice was sort of looking to go down there for a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, because the demo had a charm to it, because the guitar sounded...
yeah, well, it was the same as the demo. It was the same capital position as the demo.
And
the demo was 7. That's exactly what it was. We decided not to mess with the demo. We basically just tried to recreate the demo that was done really just on a wee piece of tape because everybody loved it. Yeah.
Sounds like a demo.
Yeah. And the reason, you know, I remember when we did the demo, which was just done in I remember our wee sister Orla, who at that time was about maybe 14 or something like that.
No.
Was she not? 16? The demo, the original demo.
She was...
it would have been 80. Well, you know what I mean? I mean, she was...
Yeah, she was 87 or so I was...
She wasn't in the Sacred Heart, I don't think. No, I'm talking about the demo, the very first writing demo. The writing demo.
So that was done in Belfast.
No, before that. The very, very first time it was...
Belfast.
Was it?
Yeah.
But she took it into school. Do you remember she took it into school?
Yeah, she was like 6th, 7th year.
Oh, was she? Okay. Yeah. And then she was excited about it. She took it into school. And
yeah. Perfect market research.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, yeah.
Yeah, the guitar sounds a lot different up here. I think we liked the texture of it and everything. We thought, well, you know, nobody sounds like that.
Well, that's true. And I'd like to dedicate that to Mary. No, Sarah, sorry. Sarah, it's her 31st anniversary, and Songs for the Tempted is her and her hobbies. That's their album. I would like to hear Mary if possible. So we just did there.
It is Ask Us Anything, so any questions?
Yeah, well, they are getting quite a lot of questions. And actually, just so you know, Sean Murphy and Colin Hayes, they wanted to hear Food for Temptation. Oh, actually, I've got a question here, look, from Morris Supple.
Morris?
Yeah, Martina, you're right. Orla went to St Mary's, but then she went to the Sacred Heart from O-level year onwards. Morris is asking, the video extraordinaire, does the audio exist for Drag My Bad Name Down where Declan hits the wah-wah pedal? There's some sort of a sound effect. And then he says, oh no, I think it's just the bootleg tape that he has owned for years. It's got an intro, it rips, yeah. I don't know, you must have made it balls up whenever you were doing It's Failing 90. The start of Drag, this is the intro of it, apparently. Fiona McCandless. As Home Is Where the Heart Is and Opposite the Night. Fiona...
It's side 2.
It's side 2. We're doing we're doing it in the order. So we're trying to see when we're going to run out of time here at 9 o'clock. But we're doing them in order. So we did Drag, Fool, Mary. So if we don't get to it this week, we'll get to it next week. Of course, Tell John McCandless, who everybody here probably knows, was our bass player for touring Songs for the Tempted and Man Live, and Amplifiers, and who we last played with actually at the 3 Arena, which was pretty amazing back in October. Dab Nally says, is it too late after the competition? Yes, Dab, it is too late after the competition because all that we've got because the names are all in there. The names are all in the tea caddy, yeah. Do you want to do it now?
Let's do it, yeah.
Where is the tea caddy? There it is. Sorry, Dab.
Maybe try the bass line for this instead of the verse.
Isn't that One Strong Hammer next?
No.
It's got Jolene.
Yeah.
The One Strong Hammer is for Jolene.
Who cares?
Okay. We asked a question. We asked a question, and the question was, I was talking about One Strong Hammer, and we were talking about using the bossa nova rhythm. Daz keyboard, as it was affectionately known, Daz keyboard had. We didn't have a drummer, so Daz keyboard, when I was writing the songs for this album, so Daz keyboard had a load of presets. Actually, not that many presets, which is why we ended up using the bossa nova rhythm on more than one song. And then those two of those songs made the record with exactly the same rhythm. One of them was One Strong Hammer, and the other one was, and this was the question, what was the other one? And the other one was, I actually said it was a single. It was Just Can't Get Enough, first single. And loads of people got it right. They're all in here, but there can only be one. And the one tonight is Ronan Foley. I don't know if you're with us tonight, Ronan, but you are going to win this, which is chocolate in this is inflammable material here that is covered in. You can't basically burn this. You can actually, you can put this in the center of a nuclear firestorm. You get a Thanos looking laser in it or whatever, and it's still nothing. Nothing would dissolve this. This is like. You also get the rapidly going out of date 2022 calendar.
But that is burnable.
That is flammable. We want to warn you about that is flammable. Are we going down the route of the South thing or not?
Of course.
So Declan, now I'm surprised he's doing this, but Declan.
What's that? Let's go. Oh, good.
Declan, because he was up in the attic, he was, he's such a generous lad that he came across other four of us memorabilia, which you are going to win, Ronan. One of them is, I haven't seen these, check this out. That's the four of us badge, made many moons ago. Four of us badge, and also a copy of the vinyl single. That's not a copy of the vinyl single. And this, which is our very first newsletter. That's Fela there, 1990. Just if you recognise your face in there. What a bunch of people there. That's, I don't know who took that photograph. One of us took it, or somebody was Sinead, one of us, my sister took it, I think. And this is all lots of photographs from the making of the album.
Some good studio stuff.
Some great studio stuff. Do you want to sort of?
I'd like to get that photograph. There's Enda and the producer Mark Furda
of Songs Attempted.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
And that was the studio. That was this was the control room in the Homestead.
Yeah. Have any other good photos there?
Most classic.
And here's the thing, right? Ronan, guess where Ronan's from? He's from Drogheda, right?
Yeah.
So, Ronan, you're also getting Declan pulled this down. I'm just checking to see was there a Drogheda gig on this tour. And there was. Walker's Hotel. You're getting this, which is our tour poster for 1989. You can see there the list of gigs and dates. Was anybody at any of these shows back in would that be backwards for everybody? Back in 1989.
Yeah.
You see Walker's Hotel there in Drogheda. And after that gig in Drogheda, I remember this SFX, 2 SFX's Cork City Hall, Leisureland Galway, I think, Cork City Hall, yeah, where was it? Belfast and Mandela. Yeah, wow. And I remember that tour. Waterford, the Bridge in Waterford, GAA Centre in Kilkenny, 2 nights the SFX. Yeah, well, that's good. I don't for Ronan. So
That's good.
So pretty, I mean, you're a lucky break there. I mean, Ronan there, lots of great prizes. Just happened to be the night that Declan went wandering up into his attic. He's on, he's with us. Brilliant prize, yes. Cheers, Ronan. Thanks a million for entering the competition. And we'd just like to, if anybody here is joining us, that you need to be joining our community, online community, to enter the competition. So please, Colette will put up a sign or a link that you can subscribe if you're not part of our crew. And every week you get asked a question, and every week we'll be giving away prizes. Leisureland, wow. In Derry, yeah, Guildhall, wow. Wow, Cork City Hall. Declan's got the video footage. Sligo, remember Sligo Centre. Raised in the heart of a small town, brought up in a country town and two, indifferent to the plots and the people. We decided what to do. I've had enough of you, Jolene, Jolene, Jolene on the rock machine, Jolene, Jolene. There's no mistake, don't underrate us. We met in London '82. She was broke and she knew it, but with our music she could prove that. Oh, despite all she lacked, she could fight her own way back. But she said doesn't read confectionism. Politics for her was just a tool. As a blow to deflect self-interest, publicize your career with words shown here and there. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene and the rock machine. Jolene, Jolene. There's no mistake, don't underrate us. Don't underrate us. Oh, you know what they say about ambition, that turns the head of those that is known. And if she would lay the epitaph of bread, she never gave a damn about the ordinary man. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene and the rock machine. Jolene, Jolene. There's no mistake, don't underrate us. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene and the rock machine. Jolene, Jolene. There's no mistake, don't underrate us. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on the first of two shows on our debut album, Songs for the Tempted. It's been amazing having you here on Facebook and YouTube. From Colette, Declan and myself, we wish you a very good week. We hope to see you next Thursday at 8. See you then. To a very good health. I like that effect.
Did I? Like that?